You know, some of the planet's biggest mysteries aren't hiding in the distant stars. They're right here, just under the water. For decades, local fishermen in Mexico's Chetumal Bay told stories about a strange, dark patch of water. A place they called Taam Ja, the Mayan words for deep water. It was a spot where the bay's vibrant life just seemed to stop, swallowed by an unnerving void. For years, it was little more than a local legend, a secret hidden in plain sight by the bay's murky water. But in 2021, when scientists finally took a closer look, they had no idea they were about to stumble upon the deepest blue hole on Earth. A discovery that would not only shatter records but also challenge everything we thought we knew about these incredible underwater worlds. We are descending into a place no human has ever been, an abyss so vast we still haven't found the bottom. And what we're finding down there is rewriting the rules of life on Earth. The water is changing in ways that shouldn't be possible, hinting at a hidden labyrinth of tunnels that might connect to the open ocean. What secrets has this abyss been hiding for millennia? The story of Taam Ja doesn't start with high-tech sonar or robotic submarines. It begins with local knowledge. For nearly 2 decades, fishermen in the bay knew this place was different. Their depth-finding ropes would just keep unspooling, never hitting a bottom they could measure. It wasn't until a local fisherman named Jesus's Artemio Putville guided researchers to the spot that the legend began its transformation into scientific fact. In September 2021, a formal expedition was launched. The team brought scuba gear for the shallows and an echo sounder to map the depths. Echo sounders work by bouncing sound waves off the seafloor, pretty standard stuff for marine geology. But blue holes are anything but standard. The initial readings were staggering. They revealed a massive, cone-shaped structure with nearly vertical walls plunging into darkness. The depth it registered was 274.4 meters, or nearly 900 feet. Overnight, Taam Ja went from a local mystery to the second deepest blue hole on the planet. An incredible discovery, for sure. But, as it turned out, it was also a huge miscalculation. The hole was deeper, far deeper than their equipment could see. Here's the problem with using sonar in a blue hole. The water itself can lie. These structures are filled with distinct layers of water with different temperatures and salinities. These layers can bend, scatter, or reflect sound waves, tricking the equipment into seeing a false bottom. The science team suspected this might be happening. That 274-meter reading was impressive, but something felt off. So, in December 2023, they went back, this time with a better tool, a CTD profiler. A CTD measures conductivity, temperature, and depth directly by feeling its way through the water. It doesn't rely on sound. It relies on pressure, giving a much more accurate reading in these complex environments. The team lowered the CTD, attached to a 500-meter cable, into the dark mouth of Taam Ja. What came back was unbelievable. The profiler passed the 274-meter mark and just kept going. It blew past 301 meters, the depth of the previous world record holder, the Dragon Hole in the South China Sea. The instrument plunged deeper and deeper, finally stopping its data transmission at a mind-boggling 420 meters below sea level. That's over 1,380 feet. And here's the kicker. It still hadn't hit the bottom. The cable had likely been pushed aside by underwater currents or caught on a ledge, but the profiler itself never signaled that it touched the floor. In a single trip, Taam Ja was redefined. It is now, officially, the deepest known blue hole in the world, and nobody knows how much further it goes. The incredible depth wasn't the only secret Taam Ja was ready to give up. The data from that deep dive revealed a world of bizarre anomalies, features that defy our normal understanding of these underwater systems. First, the water is stacked in layers, almost like a liquid layer cake. The upper layers are low in oxygen, which explains why fishermen noticed a lack of life at the surface. In other blue holes, similar oxygen-starved zones are home to dense mats of extremophile bacteria, which could be creating a truly alien ecosystem deep inside Taam Ja. But the most shocking discovery came from a layer below 400 meters. Down there, the water's temperature and salinity suddenly changed, starting to look exactly like the water found miles away in the Caribbean Sea. This is a smoking gun. It strongly suggests Taam Ja isn't an isolated pit. It seems to be connected to the open ocean through a hidden network of subterranean caves and tunnels, a deep-sea labyrinth we're just beginning to imagine. Then there's the heat. In the deep ocean, the rule is simple. The deeper you go, the colder it gets. But Taam Ja breaks that rule. Below 400 meters, where the water should be frigid, the temperature actually starts to rise. This suggests there might be some kind of geothermal activity or another unknown heat source warming the abyss from below, but the cause remains a total mystery. An unreachable bottom, water with the chemical signature of a distant sea, and a mysterious heat source in the crushing dark. This is no simple sinkhole. Taam Ja is a living, dynamic system. Trying to explore a place like Taam Ja is one of the most dangerous things you can do on this planet. The pressure at 420 meters is immense enough to instantly crush a military submarine. Even for human divers, just surveying the upper levels is incredibly risky, with near-vertical walls and murky, disorienting water. But the real challenge is exploring the deep. Sending a probe down isn't as simple as lowering a rope. The same water layers that fool sonar can create powerful currents that push a probe off course, tangling its tether. We don't even know the shape of the hole. Does it go straight down? Does it open into huge chambers or narrow tunnels? Every meter of descent is a journey into complete uncertainty. The equipment from the 2023 expedition had a 500-meter cable, and it wasn't enough to find the bottom. Future expeditions will need even more advanced tech, like autonomous underwater vehicles (AUVs) that can navigate on their own without a tether. Reaching the true floor of Taam Ja is going to be a monumental feat of engineering, pushing the absolute limits of what we can do. From a fisherman's story to the deepest known abyss on the planet, Taam Ja is a powerful reminder of how much of our world is still a mystery. It's more than just a hole, it's a living laboratory. Its depths could hold undiscovered species, geological records of ancient climates, and the key to understanding the hidden plumbing of an entire region. We now know that at over 420 meters and counting, Taam Ja is a new frontier, but the biggest questions remain unanswered, waiting in the silent, crushing darkness. How deep does it truly go? What is the source of its mysterious heat? And where do its hidden tunnels lead? The deep ocean is the last true wilderness on Earth, and we've only just begun to scratch the surface. If you want to keep exploring the most mysterious corners of our planet with us, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And for another journey into the unknown, check out our video on the secrets of the Mariana Trench right here.